Hello and welcome back to another episode on Life Afloat. I hope you're all keeping safe and well. In today's video I'm going to be doing a bit of an FAQ. I've had a few questions asked and I thought why not do another video just answering all these questions in one hit. I've done an FAQ video in the past and I thought it's time probably to do another one. Before I get stuck into that, I just want to give a big shout out to a supporter of mine called Patrick. I want to say thank you very, very much, Patrick. He has signed up for a membership on my website, Life Afloat. If you haven't checked out that website, please do take a look. There's a link to that in the description below, and it will be scrolling along the screen as I speak to you right now as well. And of course, if you are new to the channel, a very warm welcome to you. Please consider subscribing if you enjoy boaty things. There's lots of boaty goodness going on in this channel. Feel free to click on my channel and explore my older videos, and you'll see that I vlog about the way of life, or my way of life, living aboard a narrowboat full time. So you may well find that interesting. If you do, please do consider clicking subscribe, hit the old notification bell so that you don't miss any of my future uploads. So we're at the end of lockdown now, round 2. The end of lockdown for now anyway. So what does that mean for us living on the canal, or boat owners? You know, not necessarily everyone that's living on the canal, but people who have a boat on the canal. What does that mean? Well, we are now allowed to cruise again for non-essential purposes. So in lockdown we were only allowed to cruise for essential purposes, so to get to the facilities, that sort of thing. So now we can cruise for no particular reason as we could before. However, only if you are in a tier 1 or tier 2 area. If you are a tier 3 area, you're still not allowed to cruise unless it's for an essential purpose. It's kind of put a bit of a scupper to my plans really, because I wanted to be in Milton Keynes by now for winter so that I could avoid most of the mud, because I know where all the good sort of less muddy places are to moor up. But I believe, I need to double check, but I think Milton Keynes is a tier 3 area, so I'm not going to be able to go there, which means I can go towards there, but I'm going to have to turn around and come back up in the general direction of Northampton. I'm going to be going down towards, where can I turn around? Blissworth, just the other side of Blissworth Tunnel there's a winding hole, so I'll probably go down there. I'll stop at Blissworth for a bit, then I'll go through the tunnel, spin around, come back out the other way through the tunnel again, because otherwise I have to go through Stoke Bruin, which will be 7 locks. And I'm feeling a bit lazy, to be honest. I think I'll turn around before I do the locks, you see, and then come back up through the tunnel and then head up again, sort of Floor, Weedon, general direction of Northampton. Anyway, that's my plans. So that answers that question, because I've been asked, you know, what you're doing after lockdown with the boats. So that is my plan, my cruising plan for now anyway. If anything changes, if Milton Keynes is actually a tier 2, then yeah, I'll go through to Milton Keynes, but I don't think it is. I need to double check. So to answer a few more questions that I've had then, I have been asked, what happens if you are living on a boat, you don't have an actual address? What do you do about your post? And where does that go? Well, personally, I use my parents' address as a postal address. So that's absolutely fine. And a lot of boaters use family or friends as a postal address, but you can also use the post office, I believe. There is a service that you can use through the post office and have all your mail sent there. Washing. How do I wash my clothes? Well, when I first got the boat, when it was being renovated, it was at Pear Tree Bridge Marina in Milton Keynes, and there's a laundrette there. So that's what I was doing initially. But now I've got a washing machine. Well, it's a twin tub little mini washing machine thing. It has a small washing section, and then it has another section that you can put the clothes in and it will spin them. And that does a pretty good job, to be fair. I got that off Amazon, I'll stick a link to it in the description so you can take a look if you're interested. I think it was about 99 quid, 95 quid, something like that. And it does a really good job. It does use a bit of power, of course. It doesn't use much water. You have to manually fill it with water. So I just put it next to the bath, get the shower in there and fill it that way. And then I can just drain it out through the bath as well. So it's quite convenient. It's not a massive thing. It doesn't take up too much space. So that's what I do my washing in, a little twin tub washer. Work. I've been asked what I do for work as well. Those of you who have followed my channel will know that I recently started working as a web designer. So I've set up a business called Simple Website Solutions. Again, I'll stick a link to my website in the description and my Facebook page for that if anybody is interested. But yeah, Simple Website Solutions is my business. So I provide web hosting and self-build website solutions for people who want to build their own website, and I will also build people's websites for them as well. So it's pretty good because I can work from the boat completely around my own sort of schedule and whatever and commitments, and I don't have to worry about, you know, what distance I am from a place of work or anything like that. It's very, very convenient. You got an itchy ear? You got an itchy ear, have you? Yeah. It's very convenient. Yeah, it's perfect solution for me, to be quite honest with you, working for myself from the boat, because again, those who have followed my channel will know that I really struggled to find work between sort of end of February up to October. In fact, I had basically no income. I had a few shifts with a warehouse for an agency. That didn't work out. They kept cancelling shifts because they were booking too many people onto work. And it was very unreliable. I got mucked about by a couple of agencies. So I thought, you know what, I've got to do something. And it was the idea of Paul Lumsden from Narrowboat Natterings. He suggested, well, you know, you can do websites. Why don't you do that as a business? And I don't know why I hadn't thought of it before. But there we go. I hadn't. So that's what I'm doing. And it's slow, but it's heading in the right direction. So fingers crossed I can make it work and all will be well. And the last question that I'm going to answer in this video today is, have I got a car? And if so, where do I keep it? Well, yes, I have a car. It's essential for me to have a car because I have my daughters who I have on a weekly basis, and obviously I want to travel up to see my parents, my sister and what have you, and they're about an hour and a half to 2 hours away roughly, depending on where I'm moored up. So I do need a car, and that proves a bit tricky sometimes when you want to move the boat, because obviously you can only move one thing at a time. So I move the boat, then I go back and get the car, and I always park the car close to where the boat's moored. So when I move the boat, I will research the area that I want to move to and see if there's parking nearby. I'll take a little run out in the car just to suss out what the parking's like, and if I think it's going to be a safe enough area to leave the car. And then yeah, I'll move the boat, and then I'll walk back to the car with Daisy and we go and move the car. So there we have it. I won't be answering any more questions in this video. I got asked a couple more, but they've all been answered in previous videos that I've done, so there's no point in going over the same thing again. Does it get cold on a boat? Well, I'll stick a link up in one of the corners. I can't remember which one it's going to come up in, but there'll be a link up now to a video answering that specific question. So go and check that out if you want to, and obviously just browse through the channel and you'll find videos that answer your questions. If however they don't, drop a comment below with your question and I will answer it for you. I'll either reply to your comment or save it for another video if I get a fair few questions, or you can contact me through my website life-float.com. Thank you very much for watching. Please take care of yourselves, and if you haven't already done so, hit the subscribe button, and of course click on the bell to turn on notifications so you're notified every time I upload a new video. And obviously if you enjoyed the video, please give it a thumbs up. If you didn't enjoy it, no problem, give it a thumbs down. All engagement is gratefully received. And until the next one, take care of yourselves. I'll see you then. Cheers.